Rafa, and you're welcome to another episode of Voice of the Voiceless. Before me today, I've got two very, very important guests here right now. I've got Reverend Comfort Owoeye, and I've also got Mrs. Matilda Ese. Thank you very much for joining me today. Thank you. Both of them are social commentators, but at this stage, I will allow them to introduce themselves.
Yes, my name is Matilda Ese. I'm a social commentator. I talk about issues that concern people in society.
Thank you very much for coming today. We really appreciate it because I've actually seen your zeal and passion for what we're doing here. So on behalf of the society, I'm saying thank you.
Thank you.
And we've got the lovely lady in purple there.
Thank you very much, Lady T, as I always called you. Just like my colleague have just said, I'm a social commentator also. We talk on general issues that are affecting our societies today. That's one of the reasons why we are here today, and we're happy to be here.
That's right.
And by His divine grace, all will be well.
Amen.
Yeah,
and
so.
even before you've been here, the viewers know a lot about you because every week I always come here to let them know Reverend Owoeye will be joining us.
Thank you, and it's nice being here today.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be going into a lot of things, which affects the community. But before we do that, I'd like to give a shout out to the owner of HeritageTV. Today is his birthday. I think he's 25 today.
Wow.
Very, very happy
greater beginning.
That's right, greater beginning.
Wow.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. I thank you for all the support you've been giving me. Thank you for all the support you've been giving everybody here. You've been our backbone. You've been our, strength.
Wow.
And all we can say is thank you.
Yeah.
More grace to your elbow, And if anybody is interested in in Heritage TV, helping them out with their services, they do a lot of things. They do videos, they cover weddings, they cover everything. So feel free to call them and they will be happy to do it at a discounted rate for you. I want to say a huge thank you to Mrs. Thomas as well, who happens to be my manager. Yeah. Now moving forward, we've been talking about what's been happening in the community, how it's been affecting us. Now, a couple of weeks ago, if anybody could remember, we've been talking about the Nigerian couple who 3 children out of the whole family has been lost to this gun and knife violence. So it's really getting out of hand. Now, I've been trying to approach the community to be able to see the things we have to be doing for the families of the bereaved, and not only their families, even the youths that are out there that do need help in general. But just like one tree cannot build a whole forest, I can't do it by myself. That's the reason why you're here now. So I'd like to have your opinions on what you think has been happening, the reason why this is happening. I'd like to have your opinions, please.
Well, I think that video you're talking about is the most harrowing, one of the most harrowing videos I've ever watched. As a parent, I couldn't go through it. I couldn't just seeing it, it's too much. And I believe that prevention is always better than cure. So it's not, if a family or parents are not the only people that can bring up children.
That's right.
In where I came from in Nigeria, they said society can bring up children as well. But in this society, I find that there are so many things going on that are not right. So how do we put them right? That's the question now I'm asking. So for me, the fear of the Lord, it says, the beginning of wisdom.
Right.
And once that is taken out, everyone says, I have the right to do this, I have the right to do that. But freedom comes with responsibility.
Right.
Where is that responsibility when things go wrong? They always blame the parents. The churches need to come together. The community needs to come together. The police and all other organizations, the government, they need to come together to support families so that these issues will somehow be resolved.
That's right.
Because I don't know why it's still going on and it seems to be getting worse. No one knows what to do. But we are talking about it, but we are not doing anything about it. So that's why I'm here, or with my colleague, to at least raise an awareness that these issues that are going on in society is affecting everyone directly and indirectly. Because we are parents. We feel for them.
Yeah.
So what can we do to resolve these issues?
That's right. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'll actually pose some questions to Mrs. Owoeye now. Mrs. I understand you part of CMN Media, so obviously you'll be covering a lot of things as well. So how can you answer Mrs. Ese's questions?
Yeah, thank you very much, Mrs. Ese, because even though you have tried to touch a little part of what I'm about to say, just like before the beginning of the program, we had a short discussion, and I told you of the inspiration that just dropped on me, because it's not the business of one person, it is the business of the people affected, the victim's family, the victim itself, the diseases, and the diseases, and the family that are experiencing it, and we who are around them, seeing them, hearing about it, seeing it, just like she said. Oh my God, looking at that mom, I was like, my God, what is this?
You cannot help,
and that is one out of 1,000 affected. Now, we shortly spoke about the causes of this, the originator, or how do I put it, the beginning of it. Now, the effect that it's having on people, on the society in general, on youths, our younger generation in general, families in general. Now, the nation itself, and how can we now cure this effect and prevent younger ones coming behind not to enter into it? It's one of the reasons why we are here. And something dropped into my heart, like I told you, and that's the reason why I said let's go. Sometimes things can be funny, but it's not funny. In order for us to get the meaning and know where we're going, we spoke about collaborative therapy.
That's right.
Collaborative therapy, and I was jokingly asking you, let's see the dictionary, or let's make decide, let's Google what's the meaning of it. And you came out about what is collaborative family therapy, which is one of the reasons why we are here. And they asked the question in the making research, what is collaborative, what is the goal of collaborative therapy? And they gave us the meaning here, that the goal of collaborative couple or therapy is to better equip partners to solve the moment, to enable them to confide what is on their minds in a way that leads to talking rather than fighting and withdrawing. You see, fulfills the potential for intimacy available in the moment and turns them into joint troubleshooters in managing. Although they use couple here, they use family because they're talking about family. So figuratively, let's bring that family used into the nation at large, which have the combination of, as I just written it down here in a short, which is having the combination of parents, the police who are keeping watch over nation, making assurance that peace is within the communities, the society, the nation, or the borough. Okay. Now we come into churches within the nation and church leaders. In churches, people who believe in younger generation, they always create something we call children's Sunday school.
That's true. From
children's Sunday school, grow up youths into teenage age. So we now call them youths, and they will appoint youth leaders. Churches do that, I grew up, I experienced that. I was even years ago one of the youth, leaders. You understand me?
Here or Nigeria?
Back home in Nigeria.
Right.
You see, as over 30 years of experience, minister of God and a missionary, and having the experience of working in the community, we know what all that is talking about. We're not going there today because we're here to solve problems that affect everybody. And we talk about church leaders and youth leaders in the church.
Yeah.
And we talk about, the government themselves, which are govern the nation. They cannot do it alone.
That's right.
And that's why we who are within the community, the masses have to come together. In which area can we support the government? The problem is for all.
That's right.
And we cannot continue looking at it and be blaming government. Like I told you, this is not the time to blame anyone, or to judge anyone, or to condemn any parents, or either single or married, regardless.
That's right. And I'm sorry to cut you off quickly.
Thank you.
I just, regarding something you said there now, Mrs. Ese, I'm just going to direct this question to you. You know, regarding what she talked about with, sorry, that English was a bit too, with collaborative therapy. What do you think is lacking when it comes to bereaved families? How the society is treating them? You understand? What do you think will lack, and what do you think can make it better? Because if we don't adjust all these things, the youths, they see this, so they will think we just do not care. So if maybe one of them dies, how do we treat their families, and how does that affect, the problem we have now?
When something happens, we need to communicate. We need to let our feelings and emotions come out. Rather than bottling everything inside, we need to show how we feel. Emotions and how we feel are part of who we are. When we were growing up as a child, we were taught how to manage these emotions and all these feelings. But young people these days, maybe because they are in this society, they don't have maybe mentors, they don't have role models, they are growing up in a way that they are not being taught how to manage these emotions. And they feel, oh, something maybe is wrong with me. And they have this anger within them. But they are not taught how to manage these emotions properly. So they bottle everything inside. And when they finally go to seek help, they think it's not normal. Growing up with those emotions and feelings, they think it's not normal. So when they go to the doctors, instead of looking at the real cause, the underlying cause, the root cause of what is going on, they say, oh, they have mental issues. They have mental health. It is not mental health. These children have seen their friends murdered. They've seen their parents going through pain. It's bound to affect them one way or the other. So how can they talk about these things? When they go there for help, they are being labeled as being mentally disturbed, or something is wrong with them. So these are emotions that they need to be taught how to handle, but they are not being taught properly how to handle them. So they keep this anger. When it festers, it becomes a destructive demon. I'm sorry to use the word demon. It's a demon that destroys.
That's a hard fact.
Yes, because if it's not handled properly and it's not tackled to the root cause of the problem, then it's an issue in society. And most young people are carrying this emotional baggage with them. And the slightest thing, they fly off the handle. Then they carry, because it is inconceivable to think that a child would get out of the house with a knife. As an adult, when I go to the shop to buy a knife or cooking knife, they will ask me questions. Do I wonder, say, where are these children getting these knives from? Where are they getting these weapons from?
Most of it is online.
Yes, so
online. Swords and all those ones. I don't know how they've got access to it. It should be over 18 or even over over 30 sometimes, but they still have access to it. But I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yes, so when they are angry and they have no one to talk to, they are bound to act it out one way or the other. And I'm not saying that taking knife out to stab people to death or whatever is the right way to go about it. It is not, because they are venting their anger. These people, perpetrators, these young people doing these things, they are victims as well. How is their family background? How is their home? What is going on there?
Yes.
Are they being listened to? Or are they, just being abandoned or neglected? Because this is not an issue of, say, children from single parents, family alone.
No.
Because it's affecting every family.
No.
It is not. That's a myth. I say because they are from single parents' homes. That's why. No, it's a myth. It's affecting every, most homes. Both parents are there, but because they are not talking, they are not addressing this anger, these issues. That's why I believe this thing is happening. So we need to talk more. We need to engage more. We need to communicate more. We need to bring our feelings out more.
That's right.
So we know what is going on.
Thank you very much for that. And that leads me to a question for Mrs. Owoeye. I picked a little bit from Mrs. Ese. So, when you're collaborative therapy, and based on what she's talked about now, it's obvious that a lot of families out there now, they're suffering from PTSD because you can't see this, things like this, you understand, and it won't affect you. It will affect your well-being psychologically. Even we doing researches, it affects us. Sometimes we have to take a step back, in order to be able to get ourselves and get our balance. So how with everything that we've talked about now, how can we use it to help bereaved families? How can we use it to help our youth? How can we recognize the needs, what they need, and how can we as a society address, assess, and help with the needs for that?
You see, that was one of the, thank you for that question. That's one of the reasons why I said it's a thing that we all have to come together.
That's right.
And communicate. Communication is very, very important, just like my colleague is trying to say.
Right.
Yeah, there are some families whereby they are not communicating with their children.
That's right.
We are not here to blame anybody. We are not here to condemn anyone. We are solving problems here.
That's
so that
right.
each parents or dad or mom that are out there listening or looking at us now, and you are concerned or you are being affected one way or the other, we are feeling it for you very, very much. We are really feeling it, and that's the reason why collaboratively, when I ask you to go to read 1 Chronicles 7:14 for me,
right,
it's not only one family or one organization, it's for the whole nation.
That's right.
That if, and mainly the body of Christ, let me bring it out there, churches in general, if we can at this time, looking onto what is happening now, and come together as one and call upon the name of God over this nation, over United Kingdom. Please do not get me wrong out there. I am not saying churches are not doing anything, but it will be more powerful, more enforcing. They spoke in that meaning of that collaborative therapy. They spoke about shooting out the devil. We shoot the demon out, just like my colleague said. We shoot it out of our streets, shoot it out of our homes, shoot it out of our youth.
So how can we do that?
By prayer. Number one, people are called by my name. That's what 1 Chronicles 7:14, which we read. That's what it said in that Chronicles. It said, if people are called by my name, we come together and call upon me. We repent of our sins for not doing what we should do as individuals, as a family, as a church.
Right.
Just like I said, we are not blaming anyone. We need to communicate to God. We need to take this issue back onto Him to please behold us with massive eyes of mercy and favor, and save our youth from the demon of destruction. because each person that's been affected, that the one can be able to say.
Yes.
And do not let us stand out to say, well, maybe they did train their children very well. No, regardless, either single or married. Now, but this is a demon of destruction, demon of death behind the future leaders.
Yeah.
We have to see it that way.
Yeah.
If it is not your child, remember that child can be a president, can be a prime minister of this nation tomorrow. So that's the reason why we all have to come, put heads together, feel for ourselves as parents, as couples, as families, as people, as community people, as society people, as a nation, to support the government whichever way we all can. If you are running an organization that's related to what we are discussing, please, you are welcome.
Absolutely.
Talk to the organizer of this program, as you are seeing her. You can call on any one of us. We all have to do it together, and we need our youth to be in this program.
That's right.
Because they are the best in position. They are the one in the center of the whole thing, both home and out there. They knew more than we can ever be guessing here.
That's right.
Because they experience it every brand new day.
Every day.
And that's the reason why, if we are parents out there, Christian parents out there, or you are not, please let us be talking to our children. Let us be communicating. And people who are concerned that you know that your son is in one thing or the other, please call their attention. Don't fight them. Don't accuse them. Don't rough handle them. Don't be aggressive.
That's right.
When talking to them, because they are going through peer pressure too.
Yes.
You see, most especially, let's come to if you understand me, let's come to the black minority. Do you know all our children that are born here, they are fighting in between two cultures? The culture here and the culture from their origin.
That's right.
It can only be God. Those children, they are really bearing much.
Yes.
And they are innocent. I am not saying, please do not get me wrong. Even those children who are involved in this issue of knifing and killing, they need help.
That's right.
They need help, seriously. I remember that innocent mother, may God Almighty be with that woman with 3 sons. How do we talk about this?
I know.
It's not as easy to go into labor room and come back. When you are going to labor room, you are not smiling.
Yeah.
Even from day one of pregnancy, the trouble starts. Not to talk of 9 months. Not to talk of now going into the labor room to bring out life out of you. It's matter of death and life.
That's right.
Now, not to talk of when you victoriously overcame the nursing, till they are of the university in a very glorious country like this. You monitor your sons and daughters from that very age.
That's right. They say each child costs about £200,000 per year. Yes, for upkeep. So imagine £200,000 going down the drain.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at it economically, but sometimes we have to, because what they used to trying to say, the reason why they're doing this is because they say they want to make money. But don't forget how much money the parents have
spent on
them.
you.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's
and they're
true.
losing. So just on what I've said now, what do you think about that, and how? We both watched the program where the woman was being and she talks about how the police were even persecuting them.
I'm coming there.
Yes.
I'm coming there because we watched that program, and not even only that, she was trying to say that the parents of those children who are committing this thing out there, do not cover them.
That's right.
Do not hide them. Seek for help for those children, because she said those innocent children, they did not know what she's going through. I really appreciate this woman. May the Lord God Almighty continue to be your strength, ma'am.
Amen.
And put an end to such an incident in your family.
Amen.
And the families at large.
Amen.
each and every one of us.
To cut you off, but I want Mrs.
Yeah.
Ese to answer, the questions based on what Mrs. Owoeye is saying. What do you think?
Yes, a point I picked on that is that these children are caught between two cultures. That's
right.
very important because we from Africa, precisely Nigeria, we grew up in a culture. And culture has a role to play. It's very important that we recognize our culture.
Yeah.
And they are now born into this culture that they don't understand. They are from two cultures and they don't understand either of them. Here, the English culture is, they don't belong there.
Yes.
They don't understand it. They don't know what it is. They don't know what it means to be English. And because they've spent most of their life here, they don't understand the culture back home either.
That's right.
So in this case, pertaining to this, innocent family, they took the children home. They stayed 5 years to know the culture.
That's right.
They had no problem when they were there. It was when they came back here that the problem started again.
They will pass
eventually
exams with distinction.
You see?
Out there, which the parents said if they were over here, that wouldn't have happened.
So influences, who are their influencers? These are innocent people caught up. As far as I know, I don't know the background, I don't know anything. But this issue that children in this country get involved in this, it's not every child that gets involved or gets, become victims are involved in gangs or crimes.
That's true.
If I have to go back to 1987, Stephen Lawrence wasn't involved in gang or crime. Yet the same thing happened to him.
She was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Damilola Taylor wasn't involved in crime.
That's right.
Or gang. Yet it happened to him. So how long do we have to keep silent before something is done? We have to, maybe the children that are born here, be taken back home to teach them their culture. Maybe then when they come here, they may be able to appreciate more of what is going on. We have to get our priorities right. We, the Africans in this diaspora, should come together. We should come together to talk about these issues and to find solution to the problem. This is a problem that is affecting everybody, whether it's directly or indirectly. We have children that we grow up in this country to become leaders of the future. So how then are we going to keep silent? We need to come out. We need to come together to condemn what is wrong, because what is wrong over 2,000 years ago is still wrong today. And what is right over 2,000 years ago is still right today. There is no saying black is white and white is black. No. White is white and black is black. You see somebody doing something, a child doing something, you just keep a blind eye. No, it is not right.
That's right.
These people, something happened. These children took lives. And they cannot be hidden. They cannot be covered up.
So are you saying that if a parent knows
exactly,
that a child has committed that offense, are you saying give the child up?
Give the child up.
Well, how,
it is hard as a parent. It is hard as a parent. But through that, they may be able to learn that what they've done is wrong. Because keeping it covered, keeping it hidden, is not solving the problem. As you can see, it's not solving the problem. The parent, the mother there said, they've not had justice. They can't rest until they find justice. It is not going to bring the children back, but at least there needs to be a closure. There is no closure.
That's right.
The person is out there at large, maybe doing the same thing. And these things pass down from generations to generations.
I'm sorry to cut you off. I've noticed Mrs. Owoeye trying to come in to answer some questions, which are obviously the good points you've raised up. But before we do that quickly, I'd like to say another shout out to Mr. Thomas. Happy birthday to you today. Long life and prosperity. If you want to use Heritage TV, if you want the services, feel free to contact them online. They do very good, video shoots. They cover events. They've got halls here for high, as you can see how huge the whole place is, and everything can come at a discount, So saying that, what would you like to say, Mrs. Owoeye? Because I noticed that she was picking up points that you were agreeing with, and you were about to explain something.
It's just that, like I'm, going back to what that woman said when she was being asked, help, that people that are committing this kind of crimes, who are parents unto them, they should please, they should please communicate with their sons, their children, in the sense that what she is going through inside, this innocent, he even called them innocent children, and truly, they are innocent. Please do not get me wrong. We are not in the support of any child, killing any child there. But this is what this woman, who is being affected, losing 3 glorious sons, is not a funny thing at all. Even 1, my God. Not to talk of 3, my God. It can only be God to heal the broken heart, or put our pieces together. Not even the husband. I know men will always be men out there. It does not mean that this man is not feeling it, but he's trying to pick up his pieces to be man. But the women, how can you? So she called them innocent children, and truly they are innocent, just like we have been saying. It is the responsibilities of we adults out there, we parents out there. Charity begins at home, that we have to be mending, try as much as we can, be mending our children onto the right path. Because that's what the Bible told us that we should. We know it's a difficult work, but God on the throne is right there. If we all come together to speak one language, just like the Bible commanded us that if people are called by my name, should come together and repent of their sins and call upon the name of the Lord, the nation will surely be healed.
That's right.
God is ready to heal our land. God is ready to heal United Kingdom. God is ready to heal our street. God is ready to take control of our younger generations, because they are the future leaders. But please, we parents at home, regardless, single or married, we are all in it. Churches and church leaders, please let us stand up. Let us stand up. I know each and every one of us are doing, but we have to have one language. We have to have one eyes, one word to see, to be able to shoot out and destroy these demons that want to destroy our generations. I'm praying to the Lord God Almighty that He will make us to understand the language that we are talking about, so that we will not be only me. No, this is not about me. Even if you have any way of supporting this program that we are having here, please come forward. Come forward. We need your support. We need, in all angles, we need your support. We all have to come together. We're not like asking for money here, but there are many ways God can use you. Young out there, youths out there, please. I know there are some people who are campaigning against gun and knife crime that are youths, who are committed, who are passionate to say, no, this thing has to stop. We cannot continue like this. We cannot be killing ourselves. They are out there. Please get in touch with Lady T, who is the organizer of the program, and in conjunction with our organization, which is Christ Media here, that we are doing it, that we are representing. Please, we need you. We need you, young men and women out there, to be the voice for others, and to be able to educate the younger ones, so that they can be prevented not to go into it, because there are many things that are happening out there in the society that we need to talk about.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Mrs. Owoeye, for that. I'm so happy that you went in depth, and I'm so happy you've been going in depth as well, because based on all the concerns you're bringing up, it's just to show the society that number one, like you said, a lot of people out there care. But number two, we need to back together as one, as a community. All right, which leads me to the next question. We've already identified that a lot of families and friends, they suffer from PTSD. So do you think it's the right of the community, we as a community should start training these kids on conflict management because they're not equipped to deal with all the problems that social media, friends, all these ones are throwing up now. You know, dysfunctional homes. So who has to be teaching them? You know, how to handle conflict. It's not every time someone steps on you that you get a knife or you get a gun or you arrange for acid to be thrown on them. So whose duty is it? You know.
As I've said earlier, when I was growing up back in Nigeria, you know, we as children were taken to the church. That's where we grew up, taught the fear of the Lord. And that doesn't leave you. It's always there.
That's right.
But in this community, that's different. Because when children are, on Sundays, you see children, you know, just roaming the streets. They don't know which way to go when it comes to church and places like that. So that's where it could have started from. But sadly, that's not the case.
But don't forget that this country is not really, for want of a better word, it's not a religious country. They do not really believe in any religions or different religions. So do you think that is having a negative impact on us? Because a lot of spirituality now are being taught behind closed doors.
No.
People are afraid to show.
No, I disagree with you.
Right.
Because where I live, the Muslim community, they take their children to mosques.
Right.
Every day. 5 to 7. They go to school. When they come home, 5 to 7, you see them taking their children to the mosque. Sundays, they take their children. Every day, they take their children to the mosque. But where are the Christians?
Right.
You go to churches, you hardly find them there.
Right.
So what are the parents doing? This is how we were brought up. We know how to respect our, elders.
Right.
We know how to respect our parents because that's the moral compass in the Bible. The Bible is not only for Christians, it's for everybody. Where do you get the right training? Go to the Bible. It's all there. So if you don't have fear of God, how can you respect your parents? Your parents are talking to you. You say, "Oh, shut up, mom, shut up." I mean, that's not right.
That's right.
So when that is gone, something has to replace it. And what is replacing it? It is the demons.
That's right.
So we need to go back to the beginning. We need to go back to God. Secularism is not helping anyone here.
Right.
We need to go back to the foundation.
Back to basics.
Go back to the basics. And that starts with God.
That's right.
Whether we like to accept it or not, that is the truth, in my view. The air we breathe, we can't see it, but we know it's there because without that we can't live.
You can't live. That's
So
right.
God is the beginning and the end of every life. So we need to go back. That's the way I see it. We need to go back.
And Mrs. Owoeye, what do you think about that? And please, when you're answering that, please can you relate it to the conflict management like we were talking about before? Who is responsible to be able to educate the kids with regards to that?
Charity begins at home. Yeah? And going back to the basic is if you are from the Christian home, definitely parents have to stand up to do that job because the Bible told us that we should do it.
That's right.
Train up the child the way he should go. When he or she grows up, he will not depart away from it. That's going back to the basics.
Yes.
Applying the biblical principles. This is where we all grew up to. And for other thing, and this is a country whereby you are free to practice whatever you believe in.
That's right.
And originally, it's a Christian nation, believe it or not. That's what it is. And that's what it will forever be. Either people believe it or not. No one is saying do not serve your God, except when people are not ready to do
it.
And the dodging of it, moving away from our responsibilities, is what has caused all this to our society.
That's right.
To the community, to the world, to the nation where we are. And it's we ourselves that has to come to stand to heal it.
That's right.
And managing conflicts all starts from home, between children and their parents.
And the parents.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Like I told you that those children that are innocent, they are battling between two cultures. You have to explain each culture unto them, the one they are born into, and the original by which they are originated from, which is their parents. You have to tell them. For example, like my children, if we are going to a Nigerian family or my tribe family, and we tell them where we are going to uncle, we are going to Big Daddy, or we are going to Big Mommy's house. Please, when we get there, if you see me, I'm kneeling down. I know you may not say you kneel down, but at least show the sign of respect to do what I'm doing. Don't just stand. My children, they know that. They know mom that say, Mommy, everywhere we go, all people are your family. Are we still going to kneel down for this? I said, yes. When you go, say, am I going to prostrate? That look like we are worshiping that person. You see, and they are right.
Yes.
They asked me, won't it look like we are bowing down? I said, no, because the Bible says we should not bow down for anybody. I said, but that is the culture where I'm coming from.
Right.
Other part of Nigeria may not do that, but where I'm coming from, that's our culture. We respect the elders. There is not only our parents alone, only me and daddy alone. When we go out there, Big Daddy, Big Mommy, uncle, aunties, that's going to give them respect.
Yeah.
So if you do not explain those, if you not explain deeply your cultural background, where you're coming from, so if we do not if parents fail to communicate with those children, they will not understand it.
Yeah.
And because they weren't being told or explained or taught, they will go out there to do something else, or to move by the culture they were into here spoke about self-righteousness or your right to do this, to do that. That is where they are born into.
Well, can I quickly play devil's
Yeah,
advocate?
maybe I'm not trying to.
No. You're absolutely right. What you're saying, but I just want to play devil's advocate quickly, and this question is for both of you.
Yeah.
There's some kids that don't have families, they don't have parents.
Okay.
They live in foster care.
Okay.
They live on streets.
Okay.
They're homeless.
Okay.
You know, and most of them too are affected by what's going on.
Yeah.
So whose responsibility is it to train them when it comes to conflict management and other things that they need to?
Thank you very much. You know, I spoke about collaborative therapy.
That's right.
So, collaborative therapy involves the parents. I wrote it here. Involve the social services. Involve the foster parents. Involve the police officers. Involve the government, the church, and I wrote it down here.
That's right.
So what you are asking now, if anyone say, for example, I agree to foster a child, if you don't have passion with what you are doing,
that's right.
if you only stand, if you are a social service person out there, or you are a foster parent out there, please do listen to us. You have a part to play in the life of that young man and that young girl given unto you. You have to have the passion to take him or her as yours. Number one, you have to be passionate about it.
That's right.
To be committed to do it, not just putting food on your table alone.
That's right.
Because that's a life given to you.
Exactly.
That's a future prime minister.
Yes.
That's a future wife of a prime minister.
That's right.
That's a future, entrepreneur. That's a future doctor. That's a future preacher of the word. That's a future lawyer. That's the future everything from all walks of life.
That's right.
And if you do not play your part, just say, oh, the system say just for me to foster, just to put food on my table. I've gone to study about children, how to care for the children. You just have it secularly. You are not having it spiritually. Definitely, if you are not passionate, you will not be able to train up that child in the right way.
That's right.
You will hide behind the law that the sister said we shouldn't do this. No, the sister did not say we should not discipline. It's two different worlds apart.
Yes.
Discipline and smacking is two worlds apart, to be candid.
Yes.
If you can now take care of your own children, your own biological children, and they become like a doctor, they become like, what happened to that foster child?
That's right.
Why is she wayward?
That's right.
Why is he wayward? What happened? There's no communication. There is no moral training. There is no passion to see. That means you still distance him or her, but he or she has been given to you.
That's right.
And that's why you are being paid on.
Yeah.
We are not judging anybody, we are not criticizing anyone, but please, our social services, our foster parents, I beg of you, this thing has become for every one of us. Because you never know where your own children will go.
That's right. That's right.
You never know. Maybe my colleague
yes,
can come
so
into.
I'm going further.
Okay.
Before these children get to the care of the council or the government, what happened? It starts from the home, because the home is a foundation of a family. A kingdom divided cannot stand.
Absolutely.
It takes, from speaking from the Christian perspective, it takes a man and a woman to make up the family. Based on that, what happened? Because these children, they live what they see.
That's right.
When there is a problem in the family,
Yeah.
how do the parents resolve it?
That's right.
Because we, especially, I can speak from what I know, coming from Africa. These African, families, men, women, this, that, it's kind of an issue. Because when a child is growing up in a home that has no joy, has no happiness,
That's right.
it affects their mental state. It affects their emotional state. They need to bond with both families.
That's right.
Dad met mom some time ago. They couldn't live without each other. They came together, have these children. Something goes wrong or whatever happened. Now she's the demon in the house. Dad doesn't want to know anymore. Doesn't want to resolve any issue anymore. He hops and goes and then starts his own life somewhere else. How do you think those children would feel? They feel abandoned. They feel rejected. They feel neglected. There are so many women that are standing in the place of dad and mom. And they still have to work. They still have to pay the bills.
That's right.
So where are the dads? Where are they?
That's right.
This is a woman you met some time ago you couldn't do without.
Yes.
All of a sudden, she now turns to be the enemy. If these children know that whatever happens in a family, my mom and dad will come together, they will talk together, they will resolve the issues together, it builds confidence.
That's right.
It builds strength. It builds resilience.
Builds a home.
It builds the home. And they feel secure. It's not money. These children don't want the money.
Right.
They want the love. They want that commitment that my parents are there, whatever the case. But when mistakes happen, we are human beings, we are not perfect.
That's right.
When something slightly goes wrong, one carries the bag. Oh, I'm not taking this. I can't do this. I'm gone. I'm leaving. So what happens to the children? They are innocent victims. And then this anger, as I said before, brews inside, it gets to a point where it will explode.
They'll realize that's true.
So there is no amount of gifts, money, presents you give to them that can make up for a broken family. It affects children more, the boys, than the girls.
Than the girls. Yeah.
So no carer can care more than the parents.
That's right.
No government can do more than the parents.
Right.
So instead of taking these children out of a troubled home, the society, the government, the church should support these families to make it, to be together
That's the crux
before
of
it gets out. Once it gets out, it becomes a problem.
That's right. That's the
So
crux
most
of
children are feeling this. Oh, why doesn't dad live here anymore? Why doesn't mom live here anymore? They are missing out.
That's right.
They are missing. For a child, they don't understand. They don't understand all the technicalities that are involved. All they know is that when they come back from school, they want to see mom. They want to see dad.
That's right. That's right.
There's some men, even though they are given, is it care? This benefit. The government takes it from the dad and gives it to the mama. Child benefit and all that they are giving. What about emotional connection?
Yeah.
What about that?
Some men even actually leave work and go on benefit deliberately. I've seen that.
Exactly, because they don't want to give that money.
Yeah, because they don't want to give
and
that
some
money.
dads that are in the house, they are not taking responsibility for the raising of the children.
Yes.
They are just there, but they are not doing anything.
They're not doing anything.
When a child has done something wrong, both parents call them, talk to them. Say, son, daughter, this is not right. Do it this way, do it that way. And that child will be growing with knowledge, with wisdom, with confidence to say that, yes, I have parents, I have a family. But when they look around, mom is not there, or dad's not there. They live what they see. And that process is perpetuated over and over and over again. And that's when these problems get enlarged and enlarged and enlarged, and to a point where it gets out of hand.
It gets out of hand. Thank you
So
very much.
that's my view on that.
We'll have to cut you from there because we're just about to round up now. But before we do that, any last words, Mrs. Owoeye?
Yeah, just like
because if not, I won't let you go.
Just like my darling sister have been saying here, she really, touched the home.
Yes.
Charity begins at home. I briefly said that.
Yeah.
But before it went on to, social services coming in, foster parents coming in. But if it happens at the end of the day, if the inside is having trouble and they are committed to something is entrusted onto your hand to handle, then handle it well.
That's right.
Play your own part.
That's right.
For the life of that young man, that young woman. Because, for example, my colleague was trying to say when it is not being addressed in the home, then they look for someone outside the
Absolutely, yeah.
Area brother, area auntie, area sister, like how we call it. And before you know it, they lure them to something else at the younger age.
Yes.
Because home is not communicating. Home is not resolving.
Yes.
You see, it takes two to tango. Once you enter into a relationship, please let us bear for one another. No marriage is bed of roses.
That's right.
No marriage is made in heaven. We are here on earth to blend together, to rub ourselves. That's the reason why. And once life has come out of us, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on, it's our responsibilities to bring up those children in a godly way.
That's right.
In a good moral way. Please, I beg of you, parents, if you are out there, whatever you are going through, please bear it. For the sake of those young men and young women. You never know what they become tomorrow. So that the devil, enemy of destinies, will not be able to destroy the destinies of our children.
That's right.
I know that we mothers were bearing too much.
Oh, yeah.
I know. But do you know, God is always there for us.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you, our fathers, you are not kind. You are the best. Please, for the sake of our children, no matter whatever that man or that woman may do, let us stick. When we stick with God in the life of that man, when we stick with God in the life of that woman, the children will have a solid, unshakable background, foundation to be proud of.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, just like my colleague said, some children cannot stand that and won't separate it.
That's right. Yes.
And that's the beginning of it.
Of the trouble,
Yes.
And before you know it goes wrong.
That's right.
Because they can't understand it.
Yes.
Those are the things that are, that come together to form to give chances for this kind of demon that has to be destroyed and never to come back. It's the work for all of us. Let us support the government. Let us support our nation. Let us be our brother's keeper. Please, I beg of you. If you see any child going wrong, I know this is a country whereby you have to be yourself. You have to be, but please, you put them out. Something if I'm going on the road, those children, they're innocent. Without prolonging, if you see them, like back home, it's a taboo that we eat on the road. But here I see it very common, even adults, even professionals. But when I see those children, I say, oh please, my dear, is it possible you go back to where you buy these chicken and chips to stay and eat it. He said, Auntie, I'm hungry. Some of them use even the English. Our white boys, they will even say, Auntie. I was like, oh my God, this is a well brought up child.
Right.
Not only our own. Some of them say, I didn't know. Thank you, Auntie. Thank you for telling me. So I didn't know it's wrong. And they will obey. They are looking for somebody to train them.
That's right.
Do not say they don't listen. Please, you have not even taken time to talk to them on the street. Don't say, oh, they are bad, oh, they are white children. No. Let us stop condemning them. They need our help. They need our support. They need our love. Either from home or outside there.
Outside the home.
Let God use you for building the nation. Let us all come together. Let us support this program of this young lady. Let us support all charities that you know that are dealing with young generations, that are dealing with teenagers, that are helping, supporting. We plan together and God will help us so that we can be engaging those, even about teaching of different cultures. Some we have to, because as we are solving one problem, other is springing up. To see, the more we see, the more we learn how to become, because God will grant us the wisdom. I'm very glad, and we are glad that we have been invited to this program, and we see more of successfulness of it in the future, now and the future to come. And we pray more empowerment to your elbows in Jesus' mighty name.
Thank you.
That will never be weary,
that's this voice of the voiceless. It is a great thing you are doing. So we thank you for bringing us here. We are so honored, to be here to at least raise an awareness of what is going on in society. Love is sacrifice.
That's true.
That's what Jesus taught us. Love is sacrifice.
That's true.
So especially when you have children, your life is not your own anymore. It is the bigger picture. What is the bigger picture? My children, our children, they are the future.
That's right.
So sacrifice. And God will never forget that sacrifice that we make as parents.
That's right. Oh, thank you very much for that.
I'm sorry, Lady T, we're encouraging people out there, we're encouraging churches to please, let's support this young lady's program.
Thank you.
It is voice for the voiceless. Okay? Please, if God has inspired you out there, please get to her. Get to her. Do all you can. Your advice, your encouragement is welcome. If it's your financial support, it's welcome, because she has been trying, using all from her own something, doing it to make sure to address the problematic issue that's going on that concerns you and I. Please, I beg of you, let us stand up and support this young woman.
Oh, thank you very much for that.
Thank you so much.
We meet in peace and not in pieces again. They are coming back again.
Definitely.
And we continue doing it until the battle is won.
We'll never stop until we win.
The war.
That's right.
And God will surely win. And we will be surely covered with the blood of Jesus Christ.
Amen. And I've always said the voice of the voiceless very soon will be in conjunction with CMN Media. So please watch out for that, because this is the first of many. You've been on the show before, where it was with Alaji, that interviewed you, and that's the executive producer. That's what Alaji Dao do. Well, so this is not the first
I call him Alaji Pastor.
Yeah, like that name, by the way. So definitely you'll be seeing a lot more of us. You'll be seeing a lot more of this. So like I was saying, that one reason why I addressed the issue today regarding bereaved families is because enough is enough. As a community, we're not doing enough. We're not doing a lot. Now, unfortunately, I don't have that gift when it comes to dealing with bereaved families. I'm not going to lie. That's the only reason why I'm not taking it on, because it is a very, very sensitive issue. So the people that have got the gift, the people that can tell us what we're doing, they should be able to let us know what's going on. Please step out, stand up and be counted. On that note, I would like to say thank you very much. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you very much to my guests.
Thank you.
Thank you very much to Mrs. Owoeye. I will definitely see you.
It's nice to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you.
Is there an answer to the violence that we're seeing? As you said, you don't want your youngsters getting drawn into it.
I think Boris Johnson's committing 20,000 more police. That's what he said since he's become Prime Minister. Is it more police on the streets?
I don't know if that would help either, because I don't know. I think for that to even work, the parents of these boys should even do something better. Instead of harboring boys who do all these things, they should be able, because as it happened to me now, I don't wish it on even my worst enemy.
Yeah.
I don't wish it on nobody, no human being, no mother should go through what these boys are putting me through innocently.
Merit Abode, Nigeria Limited, Emerald, Garden City. Merit Abode, Nigeria Limited, Emerald, Garden City.
Moses, Dad, my wife told me that you have bought a land and complete a good-looking duplex on it. Yes, from buying the plot to the completion only takes less than 3 months. What about Omonile? Omonile like how? I didn't deal with them. I bought the land from Merit Abode Nigeria Limited. Merit Abode? Yes, Merit Abode. Rachel Onega and Prince Jide Kosoko are the ambassador for Merit Abode, and these two individuals boost my confidence and trust that make me to buy from them. And that is not all. They even helped me in building our new home. I only visit the site on completion to collect our keys and exchange paperwork, which amounts to more than double savings. Usually, for people like us living abroad, you have to take time off work so many times to travel back home to do the work, or the Yahoo contractors will show you big time. Yes, I was wondering, as I always see you every week. Let me tell you, I was in Nigeria for only 4 days and everything is Kampe EQS. I didn't lose money by not going to work. Merit Abode is the best. What about the cost of calling them every day? They use UK number, so you will not be running up the phone bill to call them. I beg, give me their details. Telephone 020-3865-8087 or 081-734-47111. Email info@meritabode.com. Their website is www.meritabode.com. Merit Abode Nigeria Limited is the developer for Emerald Garden City Estate Series. You can even pay by installments. Our locations are Shimawa, Ibejuleki, Arepo, Agbara, Ikorodu, Mowe Ofada, and Asheshe. Merit Abode, build my confidence and trust.
Hello, Sister Joy.
Alhaja.
Sister Joy, every time I see prophetess these days, her skin just dey glow like newborn baby.
Not be only you notice that, oh.
Hello, prophetess.
Hello, friend. Prophetess, today, you have to tell us the secret of this everlasting beauty, oh.
That is not a secret, oh, my sisters. Wendy Glow Cosmetic Series is my all-in-all, from facial scrubs to stretch mark remover. Trust Wendy Glow to have a solution for your skin. All their products are personalized to your skin conditions, and you will see a visible difference within a short time. Currently, they are giving 10% discount by mentioning Wendy HTV.
Abeg, take me there now. I no wan party again, oh, until I start using Wendy Glow.
Me, I want to party. This is their details. Telephone 01634 936 728. Mobile number 07403 251 543. Website www.wendysglowcosmetics.com. Email info@wendysglowcosmetics.com. Wendy Glow Cosmetics will help you wear less makeup.
bó ti yá. gbogbo aláyẹyẹ pẹ̀lú ní pàtì àti ilé ìjọsìn ẹ fẹ́ ṣe polówó. Heritage TV. Heritage TV.
wọ́n bẹ nílùú London o.
Heritage TV.
wọ́n fọwọ́ wọn sọ̀yà o.
Heritage TV.
ẹ̀yin aráàlú London ǹjẹ́ ẹ ti gbọ́ pé iléeṣẹ́ Heritage TV tún ti gbé àrà tuntun yọ o gbogbo àríyá yín pátápátá la ó máa bá yín polongo rẹ̀ jákèjádò gbogbo ayé ká máa ṣayẹyẹ ní London ká sì máa wò l'Amẹ́ríkà ní Nàìjíríà àti káàkiri àgbáyé lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ àti lójú kan náà bó jẹ́ lórí fídíò tàbí lórí photograph tó mọ́lẹ̀ yékéyéké Heritage TV ní bàbá o gbogbo àwọn ayẹyẹ yín bí ọjọ́ ìbí ìsìnkú àgbà ìgbéyàwó àjọ̀dún ilé ìjọsìn yín Heritage Television ní kẹ́ ẹ máa bọ̀ tààràtà ìlú London la wà United Kingdom la tẹ̀dó sí ẹ kàn sí wa lórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ yìí 020-800-46100 tàbí lórí ẹ̀rọ alátagbà wa ayẹyẹ@heritagetv.co.uk àti lórí ẹ̀rọ alágbèéká 0734-123-4560 Heritage TV àbálẹ̀tù ọmọdé làwó.